everybody, you're listening to Dead Air, coming to you with another episode of Thea The Awakening. This is episode 2. Let's see. By the way, if you're watching episode 2 of this, then one question you might even have if you haven't looked at everything else is is there multiplayer? Last I saw, I remember this game, by the way, there is multiplayer, but it never worked that well, and it's just, you work, you're not against one another. It's not, it's not PvP. It's just, you are a joint force. You can work together to take on the game, which, by the way, if you made it this far, you must be, if you're watching this episode, then maybe you're interested in the game. Just so you know, we are just we're not even beginning really to scratch the surface of the game. Okay, let's see. We're still gathering here. We just came back from, my computer's trying to do something here. The hard drive is going funny. Something's slowing me down. Okay. I don't mind, even in this case, I don't mind going ahead and eating just some of the raw vegetables because, again, we're able to harvest them for free. Basically, they're available right there at the right in town. Which I do want to look at this in the event we get a chance. I want to try to remember. So this requires 80 to gather a bundle of 14. I don't know. I think it's 60 is what it is to gather a bundle of the other vegetables, but I don't know if it's 14. So I'm wondering if one is actually more efficient than the other between the mushrooms and the other vegetables. I don't think when the way it comes down to it, like with gathering here, let's see, there's not levels of food and so on. You don't have to develop your technology in order to gather different types of food. Well, let's hit the turn button, and we're on turn 16. It is still, if I remember the way this game goes, you get in the turns in the hundreds very easily there. We are playing on a level where the actual progression of the game occurs over more turns or more time. That's part of the difficulty settings. If you start setting it to, I think the fastest is like True Thea. True Thea, it's like the world around you is going to progress. The monsters and so on that you would run into will become stronger and stronger very quickly that way. We're on part of the slower, I don't know if we're on the slowest. I think we're on probably set to normal. There's probably an easy level, basically. We did. Okay, we have 22. We're gonna need more. This will fit here. The sandstone is the most basic. This is like the plain wood version. You can actually end up using plain wood, but we're gonna need it for catalyst as well. So as soon as we have some more clay, we can come back and we can build this. Oh, and the fact we have the grain, this is actually going to work better for us, I think, than our regular vegetables. We used up the fruit, but I think the grain is, and I can't remember what the benefits are. We'll take a look at it, but it's going to attract humans or it's the cabbage patch. Funny enough, yeah, it's the cabbage patch here. From time to time, far from the expected vegetable, a baby is found among the cabbages. So yeah, you get children from the cabbage patch. But you also, from the pasture will actually produce meat for us. But it will also, depending upon how we make it, it will produce more meat. I think it'll produce more meat, but it'll also, you can use different things to attract different, like you'll get wandering humans, for instance. If you build it out of the right stuff, you can attract wandering elves and dwarves and so on. But we have this, so let's go ahead and we're going to do what we did before. But I don't want this to be the end of our clay gathering. One reason I'm grabbing more individuals, by the way, is, and this is overkill, but people can only carry so much. So you can't stack everything into a group of people, and like one person can't carry everything. And it's like, so, pardon me. So we create an expedition, and like I said, we want to at least have a few people. If we run into something minor, we don't want a group so weak and everything that just a couple of rats kills us. But do we not have fish? Well, and rejoin. And this, by the way, it's as tedious as if you think this looks tedious or something, I understand. But I will point out that to me, this game is, because it's turn-based and so on, you're not pushed to react to everything immediately. You get to take your time. You hit the button, you take a turn, and you see what's there. You deal with it. You listen to this really cool, relaxing music, and you deal with this really weird story that has this mythology that most of us from the Western world are not really so familiar with. But let's see about... Okay, well, we have plenty of egos going. We've got we got fish we could end up making some recipes with. And we'll just... Oh wait, fish, we gotta have other stuff. We gotta have either seaweed. We can use meat, I guess. What is that? That's fish goulash. But we want to see about beginning the construction here. If we use clay, we don't even have enough wood just to use wood. We can't use iron for this, but we have enough iron we might actually use it for something. But this is the lowest of the metals, as you might imagine. If we were to do it this way, in the clay. Now, one thing about it, by the way, is do notice this, the research points. I mean, this gives you progress towards, developing these researches that we have to use about gathering more advanced materials or making different items. So this helps us progress. This is the pack, so this is the amount you're going to get. This is the people will, you might refer to this in a lot of different games as hammers, but yeah, this is your production. This is how much it's going to take. And of course, now why in the world a building has weight, because it can't be picked up and moved, I don't know, but they do go ahead and assign a weight. But we have add to food, but the food it's going to add, by the way, it doesn't tell you this and this picture is kind of, it's going to be meat. Okay, it's going to be that raw meat that we use to cook with. But we have attract human is 2 plus 2. And all I know, a bigger number is more likely to attract human. What does this really mean? Is it 2% per turn? I don't know. But humans are not the strongest things to attract. Let's see. I want to see what happens whenever we don't have enough fruit to try it. Let's see about grain. Yeah, it goes to attract human 3. But hey, I'm just going to see about hopefully getting more population. One of the humans that it can attract are like scavengers, which generally tend to be weak, and they don't have great abilities. But hey, they're warm bodies. They can do stuff. They add to your population. Let's see, 7 days if he just does it by himself. That's 5. We can get it down to 4 days, but that means that whole time instead of 5 days and 4 days. Wait. Gotta experiment here. That's still 5. So we can use this guy. What? No, that's 7. Yeah, I was figuring that wasn't gonna work. So we can use our best number 1 and our number 3, which means that we have our number 2 able to work on this. But really, I think if we put him here at the bottom, I think they jump up 1. So if he finishes the goulash, he'll jump to the rabbit stew, and from there, so the stuff that you have, like this is the final. This is the last thing I want him working on. This is just more of our regular basic goulash. And but we don't have big time gatherers here. It's taking this guy. It takes him 2 turns to do 1 load of wood. It's matter of fact, both of them. It's exactly 2. This guy's a 40 doing an 80. This guy's a 30 doing a 60. So it's not too bad. I mean, we're just gathering some stuff that's a little more important to us right at the moment. I need to go ahead and try to make this go a little faster, I'm sure. But, so we got no fish. But we got to have enough. It doesn't do us any good. And again, we got the sun coming up right now. So the dangers of night are kind of over with. Which, it's been the first night, so it's not the most dangerous of nights. Okay, we have some fish, we have some clay, but that's not enough clay to do anything with. Wait, how much clay do we have back over here? We only have 7, so yeah. We're going to need let's see, what can we do here? Well, that makes it 2 days. It's either 1 day and 2 days for this. There's no way I'm getting both of these. And look at this. This is going to be 104. If you do it 15 plus 104 is 119 instead of 120. That's just bad. Hang on, let me try to play with this for a minute. I mean, it is different. It's and I'm sure this is not that hard to figure out. Maybe I'm a bit on the tired side, but okay, we got 2 days there. Bama, 2. But we can get 2 loads of fish while they do this in 2 days. So I think this kind of maximizes what we're going to get out of it if we're just saying 2 more turns. Okay, that's kind of what you do. But you need to be faster at it than I just was. But, you know, I get tired brain. And but we have construction. We've got 3 days on this. Okay, so we can just break camp now, I guess. And we're going to redo our expedition group to go out and do some more adventuring when we can see more. We actually have more vision. Okay, gathering. Let's do some serious gathering. We have a wood problem. I mean, it's just because we're using wood for a lot of different things. We're using it for fuel. We're using it for catalyst for everything that we're doing. I mean, you end up, you know, having wood's a good thing. Let's see what. What else have we got? Is there anything else we can do something with here? We could use some herbs. We have herbs right there. Herbs are not that hard to gather. And we still have enough movement. I think we can step over here. I think we have enough movement left in our group so that we can do that. So, yeah, let's go ahead and... You guys gather wood. We're gonna go try to gather herbs. I mean, this, I guess I'm doing a little bit too much trying to min-max here, you know. I'm sure. And by the way, what I'm going by here, again, it's like these symbols, you got your gathering symbols, your crafting symbols, but these, it's like I wanted these 3 gatherers. I know I just pulled them off of their gathering because we're going to be using them to get some herbs. The hunter is also a very good gatherer, though. And just grab a couple of warriors. just for safety's sake. That's more than what we should be needing, but... And we do not need a big variety of food. Whenever you have them stacked, this right here is next group. So whenever your stuff is stacked together, that's just a way of going ahead and you know what, I didn't look, there was... I might could have like stepped here and been able to gather, so that doesn't matter. I still could. Okay, well, that gave me more options, so maybe I can so here's a thought. We have some clay. If we have some straw and some clay, then we can make more baskets, more picnic baskets, and like this is just enough to do one each turn. But yeah, some clay, and I mean, you're talking about some heavy baskets. I can tell you one thing, by the way, warriors, just so you'll know, it's not always the case. Sometimes you'll get a strong gatherer, sometimes you'll get a weak warrior, things like that. But for obvious reasons, warriors tend to be very strong. So if you're one of these people that are playing as warriors, clay and clay baskets using clay are definitely a very real possibility, because your characters all have the strength and you need gathering really bad. So they're strong, you know, they'll get you an extra point or so of gathering, but they weigh a lot. But when you're strong enough, when your guys are strong enough, it's okay.
Well done. You have your very first buildings. As you can see,
I forgot that was a mission.
Resources to build a decent abode, or perhaps your god gifted you, in which case you cheated. Remember, the better the minerals you use, the better the bonuses from your buildings. You have a limit of 10 buildings, but you can demolish the old ones to make way for new. One of the ways to win over the darkness is for you to research more recipes, grow your population, and build more houses. So get going.
Okay, we got some gems here. We got some topaz, and what's this? Enchanted bones. Bones are a resource to be used for building and doing all kinds of things. Thanks, Theodore. All done now. See, I mean, I love this guy, this kind of character, this look he has and all that stuff. But the guy that does the voice, there's a ton of voice work in this game, and it's just, the more the game you play, the better it gets. I do want to see about, maybe the music needs to be turned down and our voice. You've got a lot of options here to be able to change things, but anyway, whenever you're playing though, you're let's see, no, I'm not one exit, resume. Almost messed that up. But like your god here, so I got this guy. Well, he has this bonus that I don't even get yet. I still got my god progress is still, he's still at 1. I've got to do a lot more stuff before I make any progress towards that. But I think maybe around here he starts out and he gives you like an observer tower for a building. Whenever you start, well, whenever you start the game, you start with him at that level, so you have a stronger god you're starting the game with. So whenever Theodore was just talking about unless it was gifted to you by your god and then you cheat, he says you cheated, it doesn't mean anything. But if you started with this god and you had that level, so you already had the tower, then you just like auto complete that mission. And anyway, you get the idea, I'm sure. Okay, we got a good number. By the way, herbs can be used. This is an item that you kind of want to keep some with your group, and you kind of want to keep some in your village, because it can be used like medicine. You could get like a sickness, and the fact that you have some herbs, you can go ahead and use a few herbs. It'll give you an option if you have them. If you don't have them, you don't get the option. But it might say, you know, use 3 herbs for treatment, and it's like it'll cure the sickness. But anyway, let's do one more day here, or one more turn. And then, it's because we're right here, we can break camp. We got to use 1 turn of movement to come here. By the way, each character does have their movement stored. So like, when I join in, if I took only characters that were in town at the beginning of this turn that did not take that once, then they would have an extra step they can go. But if I put 1 person in my party, which I will be because they were there, but if I put 1 person in my party that was in that group, then they have one shorter distance they can travel. Go back to, let's get on this stuff. Again, need wood. Wood, good. I know this guy sucks. I don't remember now which one. Yeah, Lehoslav. I mean, the way these characters look too, these little drawings are really just, I don't know how to describe it, but I enjoy them. It's a look that the game has, that, and then using these names that they have that are apparently these Eastern European names, I guess. But Lehoslav, can you come here? Okay, well, we got a bunch of these already. I gotta wonder. Okay, he's our hunter and he's a 5. No, I knew he knew. I need to look for my physically stronger. Let's see, he's pretty strong actually, Lehoslav. But I mean, his gathering is only a 4, so that's a downside. Pasha is weak. So is Seymour. Tadomir is a little better. So all of them are weak. So our gatherers, because you normally want to enhance the people that already are strong, but let's see what it looks like now. So we have these goods. Bama, we use this straw because we don't have anything better right now. Now, like, well, wood is going to be our catalyst, of course. We use it for everything. Now, like, whenever we were looking at this and saying, oh, look, it's only gathering 1, it weighs 20. Well, here you go. Now, this one, this is some good material. Oh, I already used it, though. But let's use this in its place. This is the next best thing. This one gave us a gathering of 3. And it weighed even less. But this one weighs 44, gathering of 2. Now, when we use clay, we got the gathering of 3, but look at what the weight does. But I'm sure we can use at least one of these. 100 points. What else can we do? We can do fish and herbs and more wood and make simply cooked fish. That actually looks good, doesn't it? Unlike most of the rest of this stuff. How about anything else? Well, we can have the vegetables and herbs. It says not enough. Okay, I don't have enough wood at the moment for this whole thing, is what it's trying to say. That's why you've got that there. It's saying if I didn't gather any wood, if my wood did not increase any, in phrasing, if it did not increase any during the whole time he was making this, then there wouldn't be enough. It would be my wood would be insufficient. That's what she said. Actually, yeah, I'm just now remembering. This is how this works. So, get him down here on this. So he'll get that done in one turn and boop, up here. And it will automatically move your best one to the front. I'm pretty sure, like when he jumps up here, he's the strongest one. He needs to be in the 100% slot, because I explained before, if you didn't catch it, the first one is the first slot, the leader slot is worth the full 100%. You get, so he's an 11, it's 10 points per, so he does 110 per turn. But look, if I slide him up here, bam, he goes to the front, so he does 110. But this guy normally is 8, he does 80. But instead of being 190, it's 150 because he only does 50%. So, again, if you didn't already know, if you don't remember it from the last one. But again, I guess I'm not trying to make a damn tutorial now, but I am wanting to see. Okay, the vegetables and herbs. Okay, I got that. The fish and herbs. I can meat and herbs. Duh. So we're going to go through our herbs pretty quickly. We'll want to gather some more of those really soon. But I've got this here, and I'm guessing, yeah, this is going to probably be, sometimes you see this, and it's an indicator that you're about to run into just pure snow. But I don't know. Just the fact that that's there doesn't absolutely mean that the rest of this is going to be just snow covered. But getting into all these areas right here, this is hitting hungry unliving, spider nest. Which way do I want to go here? I don't know. Do I want to go south? Let's see what's closer to my village. We'll head south. Okay, do I want my top gatherer with me, or we don't need this many people gathering these? We've got a whole lot of mushrooms. And the fact that we are playing on the level we are, just the fact that they don't get a full one each turn, it's, we're getting a lot of wood. We're not getting that much wood, actually, but okay, don't want to use Tattlemere. So it's 1, 2, 3. Tattlemere and Zoa. Which one would I rather? have with me. He's strength at 250, 3 and 5, 200, 3 and 5. We'll take Tedemir with us. And leave Zoa here on wood. But wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need... You know what wouldn't be bad is having one of our crafters with us. And he's unarmed. He's 4. I really need to be looking at like their, okay, their, let's see, intelligence 4, stealth 4, speech 9, speech 10, stealth 8, will 14, stealth 8, speech 7. This guy is a good talker. Boleslav, let's give you Lutz's sword here. Huh? No, you got one. I thought you were empty-handed. He's empty-handed. Okay. Well, Boleslav, you're coming with me. We got enough people working on enough of this stuff that, yeah. But this gives us our 7th person. Ah, man, I'm sorry. I'm sitting here. I was wanting to play here. I am wanting to play, and it's getting. I guess it's gotten a little late on me. I don't know. I'm feeling a bit sleepy. But I haven't played this in a long time, so it's using up more of my concentration than it should. But this leaves us with about the least I would want to leave the village with. You know what? I'm hoping that we can get some wood for ourselves out there in the wild, but we're not going to be able to cook any food. So, my regular bigos. Oh, and he did mention, Theo mentioned at the beginning, this food is actually, the cooked food is actually lighter. So, that's 20 days worth of food. I don't need this. Well, whatever. Whatever. Okay, that's the village. Let's see. Let's pick this up. Well, there is wood there, but I've got only one more spot of movement left in me anyway, so I can't camp. Alright. I messed around and used up more of my daylight than I thought I was going to. Well, I would rather have, for multiple reasons, but mainly because it's closer to the village, I would definitely go with, if I was choosing one of these to be able to gather, I would go with the spiderweb silk. See, I'm wondering if this is a small body of water here, or what? I'd kind of like to know. Oh, doggies, 3 wolves. I mean, it's not that tough or anything, but I'm wanting to do more exploring, and that's just not, doesn't seem like a great...
Scouts report something of interest nearby and mark it on your maps.
So you get that this is one of these random things. Every time you step in a hex, and it's this way in Thea 2 as well. And sometimes you're sitting here, basically, I guess you do it with this game, and I want to show you what it is I'm talking about, bud.
Your scouts spot a very unusual landmark in the distance, a statue made entirely out of silver. It is likely that some danger may lurk there, as no one has looted it yet, but it is a lot of silver up for the taking.
Silver, yeah, it's really good against monsters. Worth checking it out. Okay, so that's there. See, that's the thing, is it has nothing to do with like where I'm at. But what I was going to say is whenever you in Thea 2, it's more of a thing because it's less dangerous to. But you take like your group here in town, and you create an expedition, and then you step out of town and you take a few steps and you step back, because every time you step in a hex, another event can fire. And so you do this. It is a thing to do. If you're min-maxing the game for real, then you do that, I guess. Hell, camp out, and we're gonna get to check this out. Okay, it is 14 and it's only 60. So this type of vegetable, you get the same results you do with the mushrooms. It's just the mushrooms are a bit harder to gather. They take more effort. But we have fruit here. Okay, so we can get 2 of those at one. We're not going to be able... I mean, it just doesn't work no matter how many, because you've got so few points you're adding. So I'm up to 58 of 60. It's like, I need just, one more point on our gathering guy. If our hunter was a 6, then I could gather that. But it really doesn't matter, because, matter of fact, it doesn't. If we could somehow gather, I mean, it doesn't matter at all. Because this is the same thing as like gathering the mushrooms, which we gather from town. So this will make the same recipes. I'm really pretty sure. I can't be 100% on this, but here, in the event we stick around for an extra turn, but I want these 2 things of cherries. All right, manage supplies. Do not allow burning new stuff or eating new stuff.
An unexpected visitor, Theodore, arrives at your village. Your food stocks have grown. Your people are learning how to live in the awakened Thea once more. But the darkness is not gone. Always looming in the shadows, lurking behind corners. It is time to try and find clues as to what happened and how to repair it.
Oh, so how do we do it? Well, I don't know. Why should we? isn't surviving more important? By the way, I didn't never go into it, and I don't know, we didn't really talk about what Thea The Awakening is. But basically, the Earth has been in darkness for, I think, supposed to have been hundreds of years. And somehow there's just getting to be some kind of break in it now, and there's actually some light. And this is one reason why the world is so filled with so many beasts of the shadows.
Ah, that's the spirit. I knew we could count on you. I must warn you, others have tried and failed before you, so the road will not be easy.
Do you know anything more about what happened to the cosmic tree, or why the darkness came?
I know some, but I do not hold the answers you need to seek. I know that once Thea was a land ruled by high magic, a land where demons were kept in check by the peoples, and by the cosmic balance upheld by the gods. The pillars of Thea stood sturdy and held our world together. Now the barriers between the lands of the living and those of the dead are torn asunder, and thus darkness holds a tight grip on us. Without your aid, whatever made the sun return may not hold for long, and the age of darkness may descend upon us once again.
All right, fine. So how do we find out what to do?
There have been those who sought to undo this curse, those who were charged with the guardianship of Thea's pillars, and who have failed us. Some were the ancient peoples you call elves. Some were avatars of your gods, and some just people who proved worthy. And yet they all failed thus far. Here, on this map, I marked a spot where one such guardian may hold answers for you. Without giving you a chance to say anything more, Theodore disappears, leaving you with a map.
Okay, well, take the map. And notice just the event, we get some XP, we get this. The XP, by the way, is what builds up and has, just over here, by the way, it's showing here, research, I got 9 points out of 25. Once I hit 25, bam, I'll have another research. This is my experience. And this is, whenever the experience fills, this is when all my people level. But this is the Cosmic Tree. Or it's the Cosmic Tree quest, part of it. That's not the Cosmic Tree itself. But I am wanting to see. So now, okay, we got some more fruit. But winter is coming, or whatever. We can do hunting. We have the hunter. Let's do this. I'm going to show you, because this is, I'm going to do this as a demonstration. Now, we have done something somewhat before. Well, no, I guess no, we haven't. Okay, best way to slay the beast is eye-to-eye attack. This is the straight-up physical fight. This right here, as long as I win, no matter how many of my cards get damaged or lost or anything else, I don't lose anyone and no one takes any damage. I explain why. It's a conceptual battle instead of an actual battle. So let's get hunting. Okay, I don't know. I've got some of my gatherers with me. They might be better. I really suggest, don't ever use auto resolve. But I would say that about any damn game I've ever played that has an auto resolve. But yeah, we have some very low points here on some of these. But it doesn't matter. We don't need in so many of these battles, especially this. They've only got 2 cards. Just for the heck of it, I got 1 card I can play. Only 1. I don't think their levels will be that high. This guy's got nothing else. He can't do jack. So how about counter offense? He used his stealth capability there for that. I can see from the symbol, this is here, she has 1 stealth. So this means she would only be able to counter offense a level 1 card. But that 8, I just knew that they were going to be below level 8. So now he's got 1 card out there. It is That one card is also confused, so it's not going to be able to go to the second round. But we're going to try to make sure it doesn't get to a second round. Okay, I mean, there's no reason to do this. But see, because there's 0 attack here, I don't know what it is. Does it show me here? No, it's just the type of damage. But in hunting, I can't remember what. Let's do this. Okay, Seymour. Seymour has a 10. We're going to look at the end of this battle to see what attribute of his is a 10 that gives us this hunting, because I can't remember well enough. But yeah, as unimpressive as that is, that I got a bow out of it, so I can stick that on somebody to give them extra range damage. Okay, you track down the prey and lead right to the trap. Okay, but again, that was my cards didn't take any damage. Good, you take the loot and continue. Okay. But let's look at Seymour real quick here. Oh, equipment. Seymour? He's got 10 armor. That's not, it would be will. Or no, or would it be gathering? So I didn't pay attention to anyone else. But it would be gathering. Which is why hunters have some reasonable gathering capability. Because that's what it is. So, I didn't even think about that. So, yeah, those baskets and so on. Those baskets equal more damage whenever you're out there fighting if you go hunting. But the idea you can do, there's different kinds of conceptual battles. There's sneak, so it's a stealth type attack and you sneak up on them. I know the stealth has a whole lot to do with it. I think the stealth is your actual damage in that case, in that one. There's tactics, which I think it's your intellect is your damage. There's different things like that, but you do it, basically the idea is it's not a straight up fight. So if you lose the concept, like if you go ahead and you attack like a group of living dead and you're trying to do a sneak attack on them or a tactical attack, you can't hunt everything. You can only hunt animals. You can't hunt humanoids and undead and all that. All right, but if you do like a tactical battle against the undead, if you lose that battle, you can actually, your actual characters can be damaged. I mean, you can basically, they end up spoiling, they fooled your, they foiled your trap you were laying for them, and they beat you, and therefore you end up being damaged. But as long as you win, no matter how many of those cards take damage or get wiped out, none of your characters get damaged. And I don't know if I've over-explained that enough yet, but I'm going to stop now. Now, I'm going to come up this way because there's a bunch of wolves. I'm thinking with this here, that this water might end here. But just so you'll know, there's a lot of water. There are things like this that'll be like this bit of water. But sometimes it has a tendency, I guess it's just a hex thing, but it'll have a tendency to snake around and so on. But like wolves, I can hunt wolves. And here's the thing, by the way, when it turns into night, the fact that I did change that and turned the aggression from whatever it was, I bumped it up a notch for the difficulty. This is one of the reasons why, is that I want them to attack me at night, because it takes my movement points, my very precious movement points, to go after all of them. But if I'm standing here and they attack me one at a time, now I don't get to choose. I can't do hunting and all that stuff. When they attack you, it's a fight. But let's see, I got some experience, I guess, from the hunt and so on. So what I'll do, get my hunter, got an extra strength, and There's one of my warriors got extra boost to strength and different stuff, and that did get that. I'm looking for anything very special. Oh, he got an extra crafting. Okay. Wait, what is there? There's mushrooms to gather there. I'm more worried about covering distance here. See, this is two different things. I got the spider nest, and I got a group of spiders there. If I were to attack it, I don't know which one I would be getting, but dang it.
You come across a hidden stash, and it looks like whatever is inside may still be intact.
I think I remember what this is. And I don't know what that's supposed to be to me, but it always looked like gray popsicle sticks. But I think this is going to be 2 boars, which can be tough.
You have your loot safe in hand, but you can hear something approaching fast. Perhaps a guardian of the stash.
No,
you have
no, I
time
know what
to
this
run,
is.
but maybe the creature hides more goodies.
Notice though the 3 skulls, and this is going to be an actual real physical fight. This is going to be a big group of spiders, including one like Big Mama Spider. That's actually, the little ones basically just run like, are just like blockers. You know, their damage is very low, their hit points are very low, they're very easy to kill. But they do everything to block you from being able to damage the Big Mama. But she does big damage and she can hurt you. So I'm just going to say, let's go. Now, this is a group that now it has a bear in it too, 2 wolves and 5 others. I wonder, I'm going to do this for one reason mainly, because I want to be able to use my hunting instead of just my regular physical, instead of risking physical damage. But it's a 2 skull hunter. There's going to be 4 cards. See, I'm not going up against the beasts themselves. There's not going to be an actual bear and other wolves. There's just going to be 4 hunting cards I'm up against. Well, all my damage cards are over here on the offensive hand, so that's good, but that's useless. Counter offense 2, I don't think that's going to... I don't know. But this way I can throw cards out there. But see, these, because they don't do damage, I can't even put them out there. They're just stuck sitting over here. There's no way to throw them out there like shields or anything else. But, okay, like I got 2 cards I can play here. I'm just using him as a damage blocker. Because again, it doesn't matter if I lose him or if he gets damaged, because, well, it just doesn't. Yeah, but these are just really useless here. See, now there you go, and he just happened to have it, but that is a pierce attack. That's what you get. Now, yes, it does actually show up because it's part of the strategy of the game, but yes, you will have, there's going to be something about this, and I don't know what it is about hunting. I don't know what gives you a piercing attack, but there are things that will do that, and there are ways to look it up in this game, but man, there's just a lot to it. Okay, let's just see how this goes. I think, I don't know. This might go to another round, and I just got to hope that I can somehow win a second round. Yeah, he's lost some cards already, so he's taken out a useless card there. Just damaged that one. He damaged him, but that took him out, and now he's damaged. He's got one card left that is damaged. Look, I have him here. Keep in play. If I go first, no. I was going to say I can actually counter offense for a level 8. I could have wiped him out. Okay. He's only going to do 4, but he's got... See, this is the thing, by the way. I think, now, whenever you have armor, by the way, armor won't come back from one round to the next, I don't think. Shielding will. But armor will come back as soon as your battle is over. So, however many your hit point. But again, though, I realize this is not a physical battle. This is a conceptual one. But they still work the same way. There's just different things that count toward it. That count toward the different aspects. I don't know how to say. Okay, this should be it. But I've just taken out a group that could have very well done. I bet you this is going to weigh a bunch. I wonder if it's going to be any good. Depends on what it's made out of. Nine armor, and it weighs 220. Depending upon where you're from, that 220 means different things. So, for me, that's definitely 220 pounds. No, she's not going to be able to add that much weight to her. Now, she could. No, wait, is it going to be beneficial? See, what she's wearing has a lot more armor, but it's 200. But there's nobody else that's going to really be able to wear. He could, but I mean, I'm not worried about putting that kind of armor on him. At least not at this time. So she doesn't really have like wasted weight. I mean, she could handle another 100 pounds. She could only handle another 43 pounds. I mean, for lack of anything, I'm not. See this bone? See the materials down here? It's just regular old bone. So this armor is very heavy, but it's not very good armor. We'll keep it for right now, but anyway. Look, more exotic fruit. This is a higher level of fruit, and I don't remember if I can actually get anything better for it. I mean, using it to cook with, I think so. But it takes 120 just to gather it. The seaweed takes 110. What would I rather have? I think the seaweed. can't have both. I don't have enough gathering for both. But we're gonna. I mean, I'm taking a big gamble here. I'm trying to come around this way to explore close to our village here, just to see what's. You get the idea. But we're over an hour and 5 minutes into this for episode 2. We're only on turn 28. But hey, this is the way I'm going to play this kind of slow. If you're demanding more action, go watch some. You're probably not going to find many new replays of this. But hey, the game hasn't changed. If you watch a replay that's 5 years old, then you know what really matters. But do watch out for the Awakening. Was it Awakening of the Giants or whatever it is? Or Return of the Giants. I think that's it. But do look for that part of the title. Otherwise, you're looking at a more outdated version of the game. But that's episode 2. If you are liking it at all, give me a thumbs up. And again, leave a comment and let me know, especially any of you that decided and thought, hey, that at least is interesting enough for me to go spend less than $7 on Steam and get, send me a comment, let me know. But I will see everybody for episode 3, and I can't remember what episode I'm on Star Wars Empire at War, Forces of Corruption, Awakening of the Rebellion 2.9. Anyway, that's my main thing that I do. But I will see everybody when I see you. Goodbye now.